Welcome to African Voices. I'm Larry Madowo in Johannesburg. The sounds of Africa are taking center stage right now around the world. And to be fair, it's mostly Nigerian and South African music. But there are musicians from other parts of the continent that have been making waves for years as well. Take the Afropop singer Eddy Kenzo. He's the first Ugandan nominated for a Grammy, and I caught up with him recently in Kampala to talk about his career and how he's making space for Ugandan music on the global stage.
Music got me out of the street. For me, I've always knew that I'll make it in music because I could feel the creativity in me. The only thing I didn't have is the support. I think it is the creativity that saved me. Hey people, this is Eddy Kenzo, born and raised in Uganda. I'm an artist. I've made hits both local and international, and I'm a change maker.
As a kid, Idrissa Musuza, better known as Eddy Kenzo, used the sounds of Masaka, Uganda, to remix the soundtrack of his life.
In Uganda, we love music, and music plays on the street everywhere. Either in the villages or town, the music plays outside. So the only way they could sell music is put out the speaker and they start playing the music, and then when people like the song, they come and buy. So we'll be dancing to music and stuff. So I really love the music, yes.
And when you were listening to these speakers playing from a CD, did you ever imagine that you would be a musician someday?
Yeah. I really wanted to be a musician. Sometimes I go when there are shows happening, I go early, be there, sit in the show, waiting to see these musicians, the stars, you know. And I'll be like, I think one day I can do that. I was a good dancer by then.
You were a good dancer?
I'll be dancing so much on the streets, whenever I hear music play.
After losing his mom at 4 years old, Eddy was homeless and spent 13 years growing up in the streets.
I remember I used to spend even big days, Christmas, Eddies, no food, nobody can give you anything because how I was looking like, you know. Everyone is like, that one is a street kid, maybe if I bring him here, they will steal or they'll do that.
Right.
So everyone ignores. So when I look at these kids, I remember myself back then.
Football became the tool to escape. Why is football so important to you?
Yeah, because of where I come from, I told you, even me coming to Kampala, it was because of football. I was a ball boy to a team called Masakero C back in my village where I come from. And I used to live with these guys, the ones who brought me to Kampala. I became a musician because I'm passionate to music and I know music and I love music, but was because of football that I got connected to the people who introduced me to actual studios.
1 million subscribers on your YouTube page.
Yes.
That's exciting. Singing and dancing in Kampala provided the ammunition to build a career in music.
I used to compose music even without instruments and stuff. I just listen to another beat and I start singing. I already had my songs composed on other people's beats. I hear the beat, I start composing my own. Right. You know? So by the time I went to studio, I started doing great music. Okay, so you only started singing professionally in 2010. And by 2010, you feel it already made a big impact. Yeah. I made a song called Stamina. Right. It was a very, very big song.
How did that song change your life? Because that's the one that you feel launched your music career properly.
Stamina, it was my official breakthrough. It changed my story. And then City Allos in 2014.
City Allos catapulted his career from a local celebrity to an international star. The song currently has more than 57 million views on YouTube and made Eddy one of the biggest Ugandan artists on the platform. City Allos was a massive global hit. It was viral before we had TikTok and all of these things. What do you think made it so great?
It is a real song, like real. From the school, I made this song from the scratch, composed from the track and the melodies and the visual. That song has a lot of life and reality in it. Yes, it reflects with a lot of people.
Dance is such a key part of your act.
Yes, because I used to dance a lot on the street, and I love dancing. And me, I stand for share, spread love. So my music, it's for joy. You know, someone somewhere is sad about different kind of stuff they go through. So, but me, when I come to the studio, I want to heal that person because I went through the same thing for a long time. That's why you see a lot of dancing in my music, so that can bring out that joy.
It's so powerful that you make music for joy when it comes from a place of pain and all this suffering that you experienced growing up.
Yes. Yeah, I just wanted to choose better, not bitter.
Eddy's unique sound earned him a BET Viewer's Choice Best New International Artist Award in 2015. Give me love, give me love, give me love. In 2022, he landed a Grammy nomination for the song Gimme Love, with American artist Matt B making him the first Ugandan to receive that honor. Give me love. You've won so many awards.
So many awards. I've won so many awards, and I've traveled so many countries. I've performed even in South America, in Colombia.
Right.
You know, Japan, China. I've been to Australia, everywhere, my man.
You know, every Ugandan I told I was interviewing you, they were one jealous and two, they're like, oh, I think he's Uganda's biggest cultural export. Everyone says that internationally, there's no Ugandan artist who's done more than you have.
Yeah.
In Japan and Colombia, where they don't speak Luganda.
I'm telling you, and but I thank traveling because it has even helped me to learn how to speak English. Back in day, you couldn't even get a word of English from me. I didn't know anything. But through traveling, I learned through talking to different people who can speak my language. I've at least, I'm trying to catch up, you know. At least now I can speak with you.
You're doing an interview in English.
I'm telling you.
You taught yourself English as an adult.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, BET Awards, Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, Afrima, every award possible, you've won it.
Yeah.
But the biggest one, obviously, was the nomination for the Grammys.
For the Grammys, man.
How did that feel like?
Bro, when you go back and see that video, I could not believe.
Give me love.
I can't even imagine how I felt, even right now. Me, if I start telling where I come from, what I've gone through as a child who did not have anyone to take care of me. At that young age, I was the boss of my own life. Sleep where I want, to eat whatever I want, to do whatever I want. Today, to be here, to be in the Grammys, I cried the whole show.
Give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love.
Next, Eddy Kenzo discusses the influence of Uganda's sound on Afrobeats music.
We're about to step on a stage for Nyege Nyege Festival. People came here to have fun. I'm going to make them have fun, so it has a lot of meaning for me.
Music has taken Eddy Kenzo all over the world, but he attributes his success to staying close to his Ugandan roots. You sing still predominantly in your language, in Luganda.
Yeah.
And yet, it has this international appeal.
Yeah.
What makes it so special?
Reality. People relate with my music by visual and sound.
That's a really good answer. I have nothing to follow. I have nothing to follow up. It's like a really good answer.
Sing my song.
Because me, I can sing in English. I can take time and sing a very good English song, but it does not represent me. But I feel like if I can do it better in my culture, it will come out right, and it does.
With every performance came more international exposure. I remember you performing in the 2015 African Cup of Nations with Akon, which is a huge platform and competition all over the continent. What is that like?
It felt unreal. I performed both on opening and then closing ceremony for the AFCON.
Yes.
I met a lot of stars, including Akon, these footballers. I remember I met Yaya Toure.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, Eddy, you're here. And I'm like, this guy knows me.
The great Yaya Toure.
You know? I'm like, what? I've made it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Eddy's Afropop jams positively transformed the Ugandan music scene. He says Uganda also had a big influence over Afrobeats and other genres. How do you compare what the sound coming out of Uganda, say, to Afrobeats or Amapiano or bongo from Tanzania?
Uganda has a very good sound. Uganda launches most of the new artists. They first make it in Uganda and they make it elsewhere. Uganda has a very, very good Chidandali style that is so dancing.
It's very danceable, I have to agree.
Yes, so danceable. If someone has art and can twist it in a different way, they can really make it so big. If me, I can make it that big in my own language, then anybody can make it even more bigger in a language where everyone can understand.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you think Ugandan music can compete against Amapiano or other mainstream Afrobeats artists?
100%.
So what's been your favorite performance so far? One that really you remember and it stayed with you?
Eddy Kenzo Festival.
Right.
Eddy Kenzo Festival in Kololo Airstrip. Yes, people turned up really. People turned up in a big number and I will never forget that.
As a way to give back, Eddy's label, Big Talent Entertainment, nurtures local artists, and last year, he founded the Ugandan National Musicians Federation to develop a robust music industry in the country. You're the chair of the Ugandan Musicians Federation.
Yes.
So you're advocating for other artists in your industry.
Yeah, because when you look at our industry, our musicians are poor. Not because they don't have talent, they are so talented, but they don't have capital. They don't have money to invest in the business. And music is a business like any other business. If you don't have capital, then you cannot do it right. So, and the reason there's a lack of copyright law.
So it's outdated. It does not take into account the digital platforms, which is how people consume music now.
At least 50-60% of musicians, they have woke up now. They have started working together, collaborating, sitting in meetings and knocking different kind of offices, raising their voices in a good way,
right,
to better themselves.
You have a music label that is spotting the next generation of talent. What do you hope to do with that?
I want to really promote an artist, as I said. I want to see someone do better than what I've done.
Right.
That's what I want to do. That's why I don't overdo it. I just want to take time and bring that person that is going to be like, boom, big.
Next, Kenzo fills up on who he'd pick for his dream collaborator. Although Eddy Kenzo's smooth voice has earned him numerous accolades, it is the artist's power to collaborate that has enabled him to resonate with international audiences. Whether it's Nigerian-American artist Jidena sampling his vocals on Little Bit More, his Jambole remix featuring KC, or his collab with Daniel Ho for Ukulele Esanyu, Eddy has learned how to nurture the art of creativity across not only his country's borders, but also the boundaries of musical genres. Particularly the 2022 collaboration with American R&B singer Matt B on Gimme Love, his first Grammy nomination. In terms of collaborations, do you have a dream artist you want to collaborate with?
I appreciate talent a lot, but I love people that we share this kind, similar in character, people who are down to earth, people who not over themselves. But I feel Davido so humble, because I meet with so many different kind of artists backstage.
Right. But
whenever I meet Davido, he really do welcome me and is a good boy.
I would love to listen to a Davido Eddy Kenzo song.
If one day it happens.
Yes, Uganda meets Nigeria.
Yes.
I think that would be fantastic. Tell me about Give Me Love and that collaboration with Matt B.
With Matt B.
Which led to the Grammy nomination.
Yes. When I met Matt B. Matt B told me about his story, how he drove from Chicago to Los Angeles.
Wow.
With his kids in the car. And then they just came to LA to look for opportunities, you know. I felt touched. So I played one of the beats I had on my phone. He picked one of the beats. We went in the studio, we composed, and then we did the song.
What do you think is the recipe for a successful song? Something that your fans will love? What makes a great hit song?
I think you just need to do a good song. Me, I just do good music because I know how good music feels like.
Right.
That I'm 100% sure I know what a good song is. And when I'm composing, I relate to people's lives.
I ask this to all the musicians we have on the show. Do you now worry about your song going viral? If it is not on TikTok, then maybe people won't find it.
Yeah, sometimes you get worried because even these platforms have become so expensive.
Right.
Very expensive. Marketing music online, it is too much. So right now what we do, what I do, I focus on the creativity and the message.
You spend a lot of money investing back in kids from underprivileged backgrounds from across Uganda. Why do you do that?
I just want to give glory to God. And me, I keep the joy. I can't believe that I'm here, you know. I'm sorry, it makes me so emotional.
One of the most notable instances of Eddy's passion for supporting underprivileged youth was the Ghetto Kids, a dance troupe of children who grew up in the Katwe slums of Kampala, Uganda. In 2014, a video of the children dancing to his song City of Lost went viral. You found these kids when they were just starting out. Is that correct?
I was going to perform somewhere in a place called Namasuba. So here comes 3 in the night. I see a group of kids coming to greet me. Oh, Eddy, and I'm like, okay, but what are you guys doing? Oh, you know, we are performers, we are from school, whatever, and we want to perform, but they refused us to perform because there are many artists, there's no time. And I'm like, no. I called one of the organizers. I said, these kids are here in the night. First and foremost, they're not supposed to be out. But if they're out here, not because they want, it's because there's a problem. I was touched, and I like, well, please put them on a stage. Let them perform at least, and then go back home. And then when they started dancing, I was like, you know, man, these kids need help. How do I help? So that's when I came up with an idea of City of Lost. So I thought about them because we are from the same hood here. When you look at that video, there's a unique dance they did. You know, I told him to do that, but to add in their more creativity.
Right.
So we went to the other side, and I directed that video. In fact, there were 2 takes. I did 1 take, I kept it, I shot another take, and I posted that 1 take.
Eddy's move to feature the Ghetto Kids in his City of Lost music video helped launch them into global stardom. Using music produced by him, the kids went on to tour across the UK and Africa. They even appeared in French Montana's unforgettable music video. And competed on Britain's Got Talent. Thanks to Eddy's efforts, the children were able to return to school and purchase equipment to help further develop the children's budding dance careers. Next, what's ahead for Eddy Kenzo in music and how he's inspiring the next generation of Ugandan artists.
This is Masakali Creation Ground. This place is so special to me. It changed my story.
One thing that has stayed true throughout Eddy Kenzo's career is philanthropy and dedication to making a positive impact in his community. He started the Eddy Kenzo Foundation in 2015, raising funds to support nursing mothers, Ugandan children living with HIV, and other causes.
It's a game of speed.
But for Eddy, his most impactful investment has been in the Big Talent Soccer Academy, which helps guide local talent by offering education and life skills. We went and saw the Big Talent Soccer Academy, the many kids you have supported who would have no opportunity at all? Is it because it reflects the kind of life you also lived?
Of course, because I went through a lot, and when I look at these kids with talent, and because me, if someone supported me when I'm young, I didn't have that chance. I feel like I should solve that problem.
And there are, you said 80 kids?
Yeah,
there.
right now we have like 80, all groups from 7 to 80.
So this is where some of these kids live.
Yeah.
Are they here throughout the holidays?
Yes, every holiday. When school starts, they go back to school because I got them a school.
Right.
Vision for Africa. They gave us scholarship.
What you have accomplished is just remarkable. It's truly outstanding.
Yeah.
And that you haven't spent your life into proving and getting the things you didn't have as a child. That you're spending so much of your money back in supporting other kids.
Yeah, I know what they are going through. I know what exactly they are going through because I've been in the same. That's why I support more musicians, dancers, and then soccer, because I know what they feel. I know that feeling.
Right.
Yeah. That sometimes they become so desperate and start doing weird things.
What are your dreams? What do you still hope to achieve?
Hey, my brother.
That came from a deep place.
Yeah. You know, we want to achieve different things on every different stage. But I just want to keep representing my people and inspiring. What I want to achieve is I want to see a generation that is going to do way better than me. I would like to see the young generations who are coming up doing it to where I should have done.
And that's our show. Thank you for watching. Eddy Kenzo's music has been added to our official Apple Music playlist. Just search for it using the hashtag CNNAVC. And all our shows are on our website, cnn.com/African Voices. I'm Larry Madowo at Origin Art here in Johannesburg. I'll see you next time.